information. And we're going to be talking to Igerna first. Start conversation. And it's what using the near blah blah blah. See if I get this to work real quick. Hey, it does work. Kinda. Nearby rumors. I should be receiving a letter from Queen Kirine. You're curious what she's written to me about? She occasionally sends letters asking me to secure special or otherwise rare materials. I'm the only one who can attain them for her, you see. She and I, well, we joined forces to get what each of us wanted. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement and has proven quite profitable. Alright, so we got the quest. High tea on the high seas. Oh my gosh.
Lol.
Alright, and we need to go to Vales. Do we want to just hop on off the ship and go there, or... Yeah, probably better just to disembark. Alright, let's... Traveler's Guide to Vales. And away we go! My dog- oh, no, it's not. I was gonna say my corgi's still frozen. You can fly there, you know.
Yeah, but I like using my legs.
Okay. You.
God, I already feel cold again. Why did you go here?
Because we're doing the giant thing first. Also, things are gonna be weird on the side of my screen. Don't mind that. I have NPC portraits set up to pop up. Corinne, in the middle of jotting something down, raises her head. Ah, there you are, wow. I think she might be bigger than what I created. Yeah, she's fine. What's that look on your face? Did you think I'd find out our meeting awkward after all the chaos that befallen the world recently? I admit I put you through a lot, but after all was said and done, Vale remains safe. I have no regrets. No matter what happens, a giant's pride can never be shaken. In part, that's because we are simply resolved to remain steadfast. Though you are a lesser race. F you, lady. So I suppose such things don't come readily to you. Still, you should be grateful for my insights. Gosh, I hate her. I hate both of, like, the elf and giant leaders. They're... ugh. Anyway. I decided to send for you after hearing how hard you've been working as a trader. You should feel honored. It's quite convenient to have a port in Vales. I was wise to support Igerna's ambitions. Thanks to that, we giants have discovered new sources of income to bring prosperity to our region. As one might expect, some stood in opposition to me. But now that business is booming, I've heard nary a peep from them. Silence truly is golden sometimes. I see, even King Krug, even Minister Wade, or even Balthar. Which one should I even question? I don't even know. I'm just like, I see. I see. You nod in response. Igerna has the eyes of a predator, clever and quick as a link. As a child, she was weak and often taken ill, and the only things that shone in life were her eyes. But in more recent years, her health seems much improved. It gladdens me to see. A subtle, content smile rests on Kirine's lips for a moment, then disappears as quickly as it came. Anyway, I'd like you to deliver this letter to Igerna personally. You traveled a great deal, so I figure it wouldn't be too much trouble. Kirine seals the letter that she's been writing and hands it to you. You've received a letter, which I think is actually in the inventory now? Nope. Okay. It might be in a minute. A queen should never have to deliver her own letters. It would be a disgrace. But you're perhaps the surest courier I could imagine, so I'm sure you'll deliver it without issue. It's important, so don't even think about opening it. Just get it to Igerna's hands as soon as you can. Anyway, that's all for now. Girian's letter, a letter that Queen sealed and entrusted to you. It gives off an unusual scent. Perhaps it's a perfume or herb. Deliver it to Igerna in Port Sala. Now I want to kind of test something. Nope, no option to open it. Alright, do the port! I'm flying there. That is a very long walk, and I am not going to walk. I know I could take a moongate, but we're just going to enjoy the scenic route. Yay! We're doing all the commerce NPC quest lines today. Since I finally got all the ranks, so we're doing it all together at once. 8 seconds. The pain of waiting, yes. 3 seconds. 3. Yay, we're in.
I heard that as re-seconds.
Alright. Greetings, Val. Which trading post are you heading to today? You look like you have some other business here. Say that you have something to give. Oh, you have something for me? Interesting. The anticipation is almost too much. Ho ho. I can't even do that sort of laugh. You give her the letter. A letter, then. Igerna smiles, giving you a knowing look. Oh ho. Wow. This means that the Queen Kieran sent you, correct? It must have been a bothersome chore, yet I see you didn't hesitate. Say it was no problem, say it was annoying. Oh, I'm so tempted to say it was annoying. But nah, no problem, we're done. You're quite friendly, Wow. Do you really run errands like this out of the goodness of your heart? How did I know you were busy with errands? Such information flows to me like the rivers to the sea. And I'm always keen to make use of every tidbit I can. At any rate, thank you. I apologize for taking up your precious time. Igerna seems troubled for a moment, tilting her head lightly to one side. If you have time, would you care for some tea? I would like to repay you. Though I was not the one who requested it of you, I feel like you should still receive something for all your efforts. That is, after all, the essence of trade. Do it for the money. Seeing you come and go has piqued my interest, Wow, and I've been hoping we would get a chance to talk. If that's amenable to you, of course. I don't seem to be transporting goods today. If you're free, I'll be happy to head out right away. Talk to me when you're ready. Yep. Are you ready? If it's just tea and some light refreshments, it's just some tea and light refreshments, so don't feel nervous. Of course, our conversation could take some time. If you're ready, shall we go? Enter Shadow Mission. So, Badger, you might want to get off the ship or you'll be gone. I have finished setting the table. I shall head to the top deck. Please join me whenever you are ready. No, do it for money. And better frame rate because less quests to load. Yeah. Oh, you love her? Well, she is a very, very well written character. You follow Junior and set sail. Let me turn off the NPC thing. The evening sea breeze gently brushes against the sides of the ship. Oh my god. There is a perfectly set tea table on deck. An empty chair awaits you on your side. Well, you may sit with me. Use your rest skill. Oh my goodness. You can feel the refreshing sea breeze brush your cheeks. The aroma of the tea seems to suffuse the air, masking the salty scent of the ocean. I know this was sudden. Thank you for accepting. As I said, I've been hoping to speak with you. I want to talk to you too. What is this about? Or I was a little flustered. I want to talk to you too. Oh my, I see I didn't realize that you've also been interested in talking. You're wondering how I failed to notice something so obvious. My information gathering should have caught that. It is true. After all, everyone is looking out for their own interests. Right? We should have more Mabby Date stuff. More hidden, like, fun little quests that people can do if they want to interact with certain NPCs. Come on. This morning it occurred to me that I ought to speak with you, seeing as Queen Kieran sent you personally. The Queen? Indeed, even the Queen could not help but feel anxious. She called you to gauge the mood at the port. After all, it was no easy leap for the giants who are less forward-thinking to establish a port in the first place. You didn't truly believe you were sent on some mere errand, did you? She has many servants waiting to do her bidding. Why would she task you with some trivial matter? She obviously had something else in mind. Even if her greed for expensive gems and trinkets was the reason she originally gave me her support, it is difficult to accept things that change one's way of life. Although the Queen's considerable greed outweighs her initial misgivings, it seems she is unable to entirely relinquish her sense of anxiety, even after enjoying the benefits firsthand. A pity. But you won't think badly of her for it, will you? Wow, I got tongue-tied there. There is nothing wrong with wanting to have it all. Besides, if it stands to help me reach my goals, why should I see it as a bad thing? Perhaps I've spent too long rambling about myself. You said you wished to speak to me as well, correct? If you would like to ask me something, I shall answer. Ooh! Oh, please tell me I can ask her all three. I really hope I can ask her all three questions. Please, please, please. I want to ask about her first. You're curious about me? I could tell you of my hobbies. I rarely take a day off, though when I do, I usually spend it at home. I do not have many that I call a friend, so I tend to keep to myself. I enjoy playing the piano, so it's something I will always make some time for. Boiling water for my tea gives me just enough time to play a song. It's not that I play out of the joy of music, but it's to prevent my hands from growing less nimble. Even without the need of combat, I still need to train in my own way, so that I'll always be able to rely on my body to see through the rigors of work. Once the tea has finished brewing, I serve it in a charming tea set paired with cookies and that I have freshly baked. I never feel more relaxed than at those moments, though I doubt most giants would comprehend why that is. Still, I do not take breaks very often. I find that I savor a meal all the more when I can enjoy it in my home after putting in a hard day's work. Those who do not apply themselves will never understand that. You've also been so relaxed with me, wow. At this moment, it feels like something of a break in its own right. Do you have any more questions? Yes! In that case, then I'm happy to provide what I can. Yes, I get to ask more questions. Thank you, devs. Alright, let's ask about the giants. Curious about the giants? Or is that you've never met with another giant like me? You're right, I'm a bit of a cultural aberration. Though I have found it to be a simple matter to ignore backwards ways of thinking. The giants of Vales determine a person's value by their strength. As such, it is naturally confusing for them to understand how someone physically weak like myself could feel a sense of pride. Trapped in that mindset as they are, they have difficulty progressing in other areas important to civilized society. It has been some time since the port in Vales was completed, so even the most hard-headed of the giants must have realized by now that I was correct all along, even if they refuse to acknowledge it. Do you have any questions? I do. In that case, continue on. Ask about commerce. Do you understand why I work so hard as a trader? It is not out of greed. Amassing a fortune is not my end goal. It is simply that making money is an expedient means to get what I actually want. And what is it I'm truly after? It's rather simple, just one thing, really. My goal is to spread my name far and wide, and my legend with it. So that is forever embedded in the memory of my people. I want every giant to have to reckon with the fact that the one they derided as weak went on to achieve greater success than any of them. Perhaps then, future giants will not be forced to train for combat in cold, cruel conditions. They will instead be free to pursue their own dreams, no matter how unworthy the Vales of Say may deem them. Not every young giant has the opportunity to walk a different path, as I have. If just one person can set an example for them, I believe the doors of opportunity will open. They will have chances they may never have considered. And that is it. Is there anything else you wish to know? Not really. All right. I see. Then I suppose we have discussed enough for one day. As you seem to have finished with your inquiries about me, there's something I would like to ask you as well. Can I type my name? A second. I like how short I am in comparison to her. Dear gosh. Wow, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? That is such a loaded question. To become famous, because I become attached. It just sort of happened. It just sort of happened. No particular reason, you say? Then all of this was truly not by your design. You are, as you say, sailing without a map. As of yet, I'm not entirely sure what to make of you. Perhaps that's why I've been most curious about what it is you're after. I wanted to see if you were anything like me, if you were If you were, I knew we would be able to get along. If not, well, I wanted to know what sort of goal could drive you to this extent. You claim no particular reason, though it is good to see your enthusiasm. Whatever your goal might end up being, I'll be cheering for you to achieve it. I wanted to make sure that I could share that. What do you think of me? Tell me more about yourself. And I think we've already asked her a lot about herself. So it's like, what? Richard? I don't like either of these options. Why? Oh, you're talking about what I said earlier. Are you wondering what I thought they were too kind? Yes. Okay. Well, that will remain my secret for now. It's not just my nature to just reveal my thoughts so openly. Perhaps that's just this line of work rubbing off on me. I find it more satisfying when others are able to figure me out for themselves. After all, I certainly enjoy scrutinizing the world and actions and discovering what makes them tick. So, long story short, you have to just imagine it yourself. I hope you can understand. Yes, we'll be arriving shortly. In summary, the reason I arranged to meet with you like this is because befriending you is beneficial to me. Knowing a famous musician like you could prove to be quite an asset. So do you finally get it? Do you understand my self-centered intentions? Please take care of yourself and please take care not to put yourself in harm's way, and keep working diligently in your trading efforts. Ah, I see the port in the distance. We should disembark. It seems that you'll be arriving soon. Oh, and one more thing, Wow. Once we dock and the passengers all disembark, could you come back aboard and find me? I need to clear the table and retrieve something inside. Plus, the unspoken rule is that the navigator is always supposed to remain aboard while on duty. I'm not sure why. I'm not doing much navigating anchored in port. My apologies. I know it is a bother, but please come back aboard after everyone has disembarked and find me. Thank you. I just realized we're so engaged in conversation that you barely were able to enjoy your tea. It was probably gone cold by now, though it should prove quite flavorful. Hurry and drink the tea. Port Cian looms on the horizon. Yay, I got to go immediately back on. Wait, talk to her, right? Yes, talk to her. Oh no, I have 40 seconds. Okay. You didn't leave anything behind when you disembarked, did you? The reward of your errand, of this time you spent with me. What do you think? Did you enjoy it? My time is quite valuable, you know? I really enjoyed it. Oh my, such enthusiasm. Thank you. I enjoyed spending time with you, well, independent of the value of our business relations, even. Really? For a moment you stare at her in utter bewilderment. You don't have to look surprised. I did overpay for a bit. Now that I think of that side, I am going to get out of this quest. I'm just going to quickly click. Hello, Badger.
Hello.
Alright, I'm going to warp to the moon gate. Alright, back to the queen. Perhaps Kyrian hasn't seen you yet. She's not looking your way. Ah, you brought what I asked. You brought what I asked. Wow, very good. You gave Kyrian the bundle from Igerna. Without her gaze even passing over you, Kyrian immediately focuses her attention on the bundle as she quickly unwraps it. What is this? The contents of the bundle are hard to see, as your view is partially blocked by Kyrian's hand, but you think you can make out something like a postcard sitting on top of a large, shiny jewel. Kyrian lifts a large diamond from the package and scans it in front of the postcard. Well, I can certainly say I've never known anyone quite so bold. Suddenly, Kyrian starts to giggle, still looking at the postcard. You can't see the front from where you're standing, but you can make out Igerna's name penned in elegant script in the corner of the backside. Ask her what it is. I suppose you wouldn't have peeked, well, as is proper. It's a postcard with a picture of a lighthouse on it. A lighthouse? That's what I said. You pass through ports all the time. I'd be shocked if you didn't know what a lighthouse is. To think she didn't have the moxie to send me a To think she'd have the moxie to send me a postcard like this. Wow, did Igerna say anything about me during our meeting? She didn't say much. She mentioned some hidden subtext. Ooh, which one should I pick? I'm curious. I don't know what to pick here. Ow! I yanked on my ears with the headphone. I would say she didn't say much. And yeah, I'm gonna say she mentioned some hidden subtext. If that's what she said, I'm sure you're keen enough to have picked up on what is being implied. A giant would pick up on such a straightforward metaphor in an instant. Since you've done me the favor, I'm feeling generous, so listen up. She is drawing a comparison between herself and a lighthouse, you see, a sentinel ever watchful on the shore. Why else would the young lady who's used to send these little flowery cards with her wispy penmanship simply send me a picture of a lighthouse? Karine flaps the edge of the postcard between her fingertips. It's like she's shouting at me that she can clearly see through my intentions, as though they were plain as day. That she'll simply cast her light on any troubles and resolve them. Really, rather presumptuous as usual. You're supposed to be smart as a whip, so I hope you pick up on a little subtext. It's tiresome business explaining things to an elf. I don't like that she's weak, but she's not. But there's not much she can do about that, you know. She's been that way ever since she was young, for many years. I had difficulty accepting her as a giant, though of course, even the weakest giant would still be more than a match for the strongest elf. But anyway, oh, I just want to throw a middle finger at this woman. Good job, localization team, on making her despicable. Now I have this beautiful gem thanks to her. No giants of middling talent could bring me the biggest diamond in Erin, that's for sure. Karine wears an expression of great satisfaction, turning the diamond in her hand to see it sparkle in the light. She was nigh useless when she was younger, and here I thought she might always be so. It feels like only yesterday she was tripping over her own gangly legs and falling face first into the snowbanks. But even then, she never cried. She just picked herself up and carried on, stubborn as a weed. Some judge I was. I took one look at her and wrote her off as useless, like wild grass growing in the fields, for no better purpose than to gather the dew. But in time, she revealed herself to be a rare blossom. Who could have predicted that? Karine slowly stops her impassioned outpouring of sentiment and raises her chin, looking straight at you. You've done well, Wow. I'd like you to keep helping Igerna as you engage in your trading ventures. I have nothing for you to take back to her. I've decided I'll see to our communications personally from now on. You're free to go about your business. The corners of her lips curl into a satisfied smile. And you end that and that is it. Alright, that's one down.